Well, tonight lawmakers are trying to come up with another plan after a deal to fund the TSA went down in flames today in the U.S. House. But President Trump insists he could take executive action to make sure those workers are paid. The question now, what does that mean if you're heading to the airport? Charlie Wojciechowski live at OHare to explain for us. Charlie?
Well, good news if you're heading to OHare, Stefan. The airport is busy for a Friday, but not overly busy. We can look and see the TSA lines are crowded behind the glass, but no one standing on this side of the glass here in the lobby. As you said, there was a plan. We thought there'd be a plan in place to have some kind of deal for DHS funding by now. That did not happen, so lawmakers are searching for that plan B. For Kevin Atchison, a warm reunion. He and his family have just arrived from Atlanta after a less than ideal travel experience.
It was pretty awful, not gonna lie. It was about an hour and a half in the delay to get in, and yeah, not great.
At OHare today, the TSA lines are crowded but moving quickly as we move into day 42 of the partial government shutdown. TSA employees are still not getting paid and are quitting or calling out sick around the country.
Congress is not doing their job, and it's embarrassing. It's an embarrassment.
The ayes do have it. The bill's amended is passed.
In Washington last night, hopes of a breakthrough, a package that would fund the TSA and FEMA, but not ICE and Customs and Border Patrol, won approval in the Senate.
No blank check for a lawless ICE and Border Patrol.
Democrats didn't actually want a solution. They wanted an issue.
But this morning, the apparent agreement was submarined in the House.
We reached an agreement in the Senate. It took 6 weeks, way too long, and it didn't do what we hoped it would do, but it funded the critical part of the Department of Homeland Security and left the ICE agency and others to the side to be discussed later. Now the House has come in and turned it all upside down in one day.
The president has signed an executive order mandating that TSA workers be paid. The source of the funding is unclear. Chicago's airports today issuing a statement saying during this partial shutdown, OHare is operating as usual with TSA lines moving at a normal pace. Wait times vary depending on staffing and spring break travel. OHare says to give yourself 2 hours to check through on domestic flights, 3 hours for international. For passengers, the future of summer air travel very much up in the air.
Airlines are really feeling the pressure right now. Travelers are upset. These lines have gotten out of hand at big hubs.
So what could be in a House plan? Well, what we're hearing now is it's a short-term funding deal. It would fund all of DHS through May 22nd. Now, that same plan, if it does pass the House, has to go to the Senate, where it faces an uncertain future. Now, what about ICE and Border Patrol? They have had agents here at OHare. They've had minimal impact, but coming up at 5:30, there will be a protest about their presence. We'll have more on that coming up at 6. Stefan, back to you.
Okay. Hopefully everyone gets to where they need to go. Charlie Wojciechowski, thank you so much.